and welcome back to Sustainability Ventures, where we break down climate policy the way it actually works, not the way it's advertised. Around the world, governments are passing massive clean energy laws, climate acts, green deals, energy transition bills, net zero mandates. They're sold with powerful language, saving the planet, fighting climate change, protecting future generations. But today, we're asking a deeper and more uncomfortable question. What really motivates clean energy legislation? Is it just climate concern? Or are there economic, political, and strategic forces shaping these laws behind the scenes? This isn't anti-clean energy. This is about understanding why governments act and what these policies are actually designed to achieve. The official story is simple. Governments say clean energy laws exist to reduce emissions, prevent climate disasters, protect ecosystems, and safeguard future generations. And to be fair, climate science is real, the risks are real, and emissions must fall. But here's the thing policymakers rarely say out loud. Climate concern alone almost never drives major legislation. If it did, we would have acted decades ago. The science was clear in the 1990s. So why now? To understand that, we need to look beyond climate and into power, money, and geopolitics. Clean energy legislation is also industrial policy. Governments see clean tech as a new manufacturing boom, millions of domestic jobs, long-term economic growth, and a way to rebuild local industry. Solar panels, batteries, electric vehicles, heat pumps, grid infrastructure. These aren't just climate tools, they're economic assets. That's why many clean energy laws offer massive subsidies, favor domestic manufacturing, protect local supply chains, and push made-at-home requirements. So when politicians talk about saving the planet, they're also talking about winning the next industrial revolution, competing with China, and reviving national economies. Climate is the justification. Economic power is the engine. Here's a truth most climate campaigns overlook. Clean energy laws are often about security, not sustainability. Fossil fuels create dependency. Imported oil, foreign gas, volatile prices, political leverage. Energy crises expose this instantly. When fuel prices spike or supply gets disrupted, governments panic. Renewables change that. Sun and wind don't embargo you. Solar panels don't start wars. Local energy means local control. So clean energy legislation quietly aims to reduce reliance on unstable regions, protect national energy independence, stabilize long-term prices. Climate policy becomes energy defense policy. Lower emissions are a benefit. Energy control is the priority. Clean energy legislation also solves a political problem. Voters want climate action, but they don't want higher prices, lifestyle restrictions, reduced consumption, fewer flights, or smaller homes. So policymakers design laws that look ambitious, promise future solutions, and avoid immediate sacrifice. Subsidies feel good. Tax credits feel painless. Targets feel inspiring. What's often missing? Hard demand reduction, fossil fuel phase-outs, consumption limits, structural economic change. Clean energy laws let governments say we're acting without confronting how deeply fossil fuels shape modern life. Corporations aren't just reacting to clean energy policy, they help design it. Energy companies, tech firms, manufacturers, and banks heavily lobby to shape subsidy rules, delay strict regulations, keep offset pathways open, and protect existing assets. That's why many laws allow generous timelines, rely on future technology, accept offsets instead of cuts, and avoid binding penalties. This creates a system where clean energy expands, but fossil fuels don't disappear. The transition becomes additive, not substitutive, and total emissions, they fall slower than advertised. Here's the critical disconnect. Policy success is measured on paper. Climate success is measured in physics. Laws track installed capacity, investment dollars, and targets and pledges. The climate tracks total emissions, atmospheric concentration, and real energy use. You can pass bold legislation and still miss climate goals if energy demand keeps rising and fossil fuels stay profitable. Clean energy growth doesn't automatically mean fossil decline. That's the policy blind spot. Clean energy legislation isn't evil, but it's not purely altruistic either. It's shaped by politics, economics, security, and corporate power. Understanding that doesn't weaken climate action, it strengthens it. Because once we see the real motivations, we can demand better laws, not just greener headlines. If this video helped you see climate policy more clearly, thumbs up, subscribe, and tell me below, should clean energy laws focus more on reducing demand, not just building supply? Thanks for watching, and remember, good climate policy isn't just clean, it's honest.